But the most important element of a great burger is what, audience? The burger itself, the meat. And my next guest is a third-generation butcher and the owner of La Freda Meats right here in New York City. He currently provides meat to 600 restaurants and a chopped beef or burger blend to over 400 restaurants. Please welcome Pat La Freda. Had the pleasure of using some of your wonderful beef on the David Letterman show.
Yes, I saw
grinding
that.
Up short ribs and brisket, and it was really good.
Yes, it's a great mix.
Yeah, it's really great. Dave couldn't care less. Dave will eat anything.
Yes, we'll have to make a special blend for him.
We do. We have to make the David Letterman blend. Tell us why you want to encourage people to grind their own beef. For their burgers at home.
Right. If you grind your own beef, you're able to control the fat content, and you're able to control what goes into the burger.
So these are beautiful meats. What are they?
Okay, we have brisket, which is a fantastic cut, inexpensive, but full of flavor.
And the brisket comes from where? Right
so
here.
It actually comes from the breast of the animal.
So it's a little fatty.
It's a little fatty, but you take the top of the fat off. Very tender. If you were cooking it whole, because of the collagen, it wouldn't be so tender. You have to braise it.
Okay, and then what about the short ribs?
The short rib comes from the plate, which is right below. It's an extension of the rib muscles.
Ribs like the front ribs here?
Correct.
Okay.
And then the chuck is this entire area here, which could be the chuck or the clod.
So like the shoulder.
Yes.
I mean, it's the front part of the animal. Oh, so it looks like amazing, amazing meat. So you have it all trimmed up here.
Yes.
Now, getting it ready for your grinder. And if you're going to grind at home, you might as well. You came in and used our grinder, didn't you?
These are lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, these
are these fantastic KitchenAid grinders, which I've been using actually since I was a child. My mom ground all our meat at home.
Yes, and they actually
and
they have a control on them to control the speed, which we'll talk about when we get to that stage. But
so the meat,
great.
Once it's well trimmed, you leave a little tiny bit of fat on.
Yes, we want to leave fat. We want our meat to be about 80 to 85% lean, because we're going to lose a lot of fat in the cooking process.
So what are we going to do?
So, would you like to cut that and I'll cut this one?
Sure.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut strips about a ½ inch in thickness.
Across the grain?
That's right.
Okay.
And if you could see the marbling in that, it's wonderful marbling, wonderful quality.
This is beautiful meat.
And what we're going to do is, when we grind them, we'll do one of each.
Okay.
And it's important to talk about grinding also as opposed to chopping. We're actually going to make chop beef
So is this equal parts of each?
Yes, once I get some of this chuck in.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you're taking a bigger chunk and then slicing it.
Correct.
Trimming again as you go along.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is take our strips.
Okay.
And
you chill them.
We're going to chill them.
Okay, and I have some chilled, okay? So I'll get them out of the... Oh, here they are.
So we'll bring these over and put these in.
Oh, so I'll get those
in.
So partially freezing them, not really hard.
Not really freezing them, just making them firm. We want to be at around 30 degrees, so it's still pliable, yet it's cold. Okay,
so we have two different grinders. Oh, just the plates are different.
Yes, and you only need one machine, of course, but we're just going to save time to set up two. So we're going to start with a coarser blade, because we have to get this whole muscle through that blade. So what we'll do is we'll feed it through, and then we'll change our cuts. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Right. So we'll go from short rib, we'll go to brisket. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So one of each?
One of each. And you'll just go through this with the rest of the meat.
So now we're going to put it again?
Yes, now we're going to go to a smaller hole.
So why do you do it twice?
Well, we do it twice because if we were just to go into the smaller hole the first time, what would happen is it could get crushed. And we don't want any meat that's pasty. We want it nice and coarse.
But not crushed down. Okay.
And this will give it a much more homogeneous look.
So you do a double grind?
Yes.
Oh, it looks good.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
Now, can we use this for steak tartare, too?
Oh, absolutely. A little bit of salt, and there you go.
This is so great. Now, how did all all these butchers, how did all these restaurants come to you? Why did they know that you were the place to go?
Well, we had a reputation for making great chopped beef, and what we did was offer different blends for different restaurants in Manhattan, because every restaurant wants to be different.
So this does look good. Now, my mom always put a little piece of bread at the end through.
To push the meat through? Yes, good idea. It's a good idea.
Okay, so here we have the most beautiful chopped meat. You can see how bright red and dry, and you can see every morsel. Why don't you form a burger? I want to give the audience one of these great grinders. Each of you are getting the grinder attachment. So you're gonna, I hope you all have KitchenAids. If you don't, you have to go get the KitchenAid, but they get the grinder. And these are fantastic. They really work beautifully. So you're weighing how much?
We're gonna make a 6-ounce burger,
6-ounce
which
burger.
is optimal for home cooking.
And you just press it. You use these rings.
Yes, these rings are fantastic.
Yeah,
and
they make a perfect burger.
They make a perfect burger, and what we don't want is anything over-processed.
How nice. Now, before you cook, do you chill again?
No.
No.
Actually,
ready
because the meat's so cold, you could actually raise the temperature a little bit. But if you like a rare burger, perfect.
Well, we're going to be back with more burgers. Thank you, Pat, so much for showing us how to grind our meat.
Thank you.